So if you are looking to calculate the amount of calories you need a day, you can go into the fat loss module, one of the ebooks for this month, and I had put up a quick little calculation to determine how many calories you need. Again, this is kind of like a broad spectrum. I just kind of go by how you feel. I know that some of you might have been doing the Fitness Pal or the MyFitnessPal. I think there's some other ones too. So you can feel free to use those too. But basically, again, I want to keep it simple. So when it comes to fat loss, like, don't view it that you have to go on a specific diet or a certain diet, just making sure that you're in a little bit of a calorie restriction. And again, I kind of like to do it every few days so that way you don't feel deprived. And then you also too want to make sure that you get enough protein. So usually when we're in a little bit more of a calorie deficit, we have to make sure we're getting enough adequate protein. Because it helps with rebuilding our muscles and so forth, and also too it creates a better sense of fullness. So they did a research study and was saying that protein actually makes us feel fuller than fat itself. So we might think, oh, fat's very satiating, it's very filling. Actually, protein actually ends up feeling more fulfilling and more creates more of a satisfaction factor than fat alone. So and protein's actually lower in calories than fat. So making sure that we get enough protein in our diet is going to be huge for maintaining a little bit lower of a calorie deficit. And then making sure you're drinking enough water. So a lot of times we can equate hunger and think that we're actually hungry when all we are is really thirsty. So first, if you feel like that, okay, maybe I haven't eaten anything in 3 or 4 hours. Okay, yeah, you probably are hungry. Or what if you just ate a meal and you're like, oh gosh, I need more food. Well, wait a minute. First off, if you feel like that you want more food or you want seconds, wait 5 or 10 minutes. Usually it takes 20 minutes for our meals to digest. I'm huge on this too. Like, I will always want to run up and grab seconds, and it's like, okay, wait, no, let my food settle, and if I'm still hungry, then I'll eat. So that's one thing to be mindful of. And then also too, if you're eating the meal and before you eat the meal, if you feel like you are unsure if you're hungry or if you're not, have a glass of water. And if you feel like the water is kind of what you need at first, go for that, and then drink that first. And then if you're still hungry, then allow yourself to have a snack or a meal if you haven't had a meal yet. So those are all pretty key elements when you're trying to develop a little bit more of a fat